She was forced to reveal her wolf at the trial. The entire pack bowed. When a white Luna emerged, the trial chamber hummed with an uncomfortable silence, broken only by the soft whir of atmospheric processors. Zara stood in the center of the circular arena, her wrists bound by photonic restraints that glowed a dull orange against her skin. Around her, 300 members of the Lupine Collective sat in ascending rows, their eyes fixed on the human who dared walk among them. Jax watched from the Enforcer's platform, his jaw tight. He had argued against this, argued until his voice went hoarse, but pack law was absolute. When a human was accused of deception, of infiltrating their colony ship, there was only one way to prove innocence or guilt: revelation. Zara Chen. Alpha Commander Vex's voice boomed through the chamber's acoustic amplifiers. His silver fur seemed to shimmer under the harsh lights. You stand accused of espionage, of falsifying your genetic markers to gain passage aboard the Night Runner. This vessel carries the last of our kind to New Terra. We cannot afford stowaways, and we cannot afford spies. Zara lifted her chin, meeting the Alpha's gaze. I told you already. I'm not a spy. I'm a researcher.
Your credentials are falsified, Vex interrupted.
DNA scans show human markers, yet you accessed restricted areas that require lupine biometric authentication. Explain that. She couldn't. That was the problem. Zara had accessed those areas, had walked through security fields designed to respond only to lupine genetics. She didn't understand it herself. Jax shifted uncomfortably. He had been the one to find her in Lab Sector 7, surrounded by genetic samples, her hands moving with practiced efficiency. She had looked up at him with those dark eyes, startled but unafraid, and something in his chest had twisted, something primal. There is only one way to settle this, Vex continued. If you carry lupine blood, even dormant, you will be able to shift. If you cannot, you will be ejected from the ship at the next waypoint. You will have to find your own way to New Terra, if you survive the void. Murmurs rippled through the assembly. It was a death sentence. No human could survive alone in deep space. No. Jax stepped forward. Alpha, Enforcer Jax, Vex's eyes narrowed. You have advocated for this human repeatedly. Do you wish to share her fate? Jax's hands clenched into fists. I wish for justice, not execution. Then let her prove herself. Vex turned back to Zara. The drugs in your system will force the transformation if you have any lupin heritage. If not... He didn't finish the sentence. Zara felt the injection port activate in her restraints. Liquid fire poured into her veins and she gasped, falling to her knees. The pain was extraordinary, like every cell in her body was being rewritten. Stop this. Jax lunged forward, but two enforcers held him back. Zara's vision blurred. Memories flooded her mind, memories that weren't hers. A laboratory. Scientists in white coats. A woman's voice. The hybrid program is our only hope. If humans and lupines can merge, both species survive. She had been engineered, modified, hidden among humans until the time was right. The pain intensified. Her bones began to crack and reform, for white as starlight erupted across her skin. But this wasn't a normal transformation. Even through his struggle, Jax could see that. The light radiating from Zara's changing form was wrong, too bright, too pure. When the transformation completed, the entire chamber fell silent. Where Zara had knelt, a wolf now stood. But not just any wolf. Her fur was pristine white, luminescent, seeming to glow with an inner light. Her eyes had turned silver, ancient and knowing. She was larger than any lupine in the chamber, her presence somehow both gentle and overwhelming. Alpha Commander Vex rose slowly from his seat, his expression one of shock. Then impossibly he knelt. Luna, he whispered. The word spread through the chamber like wildfire. One by one, every lupine present dropped to their knees, heads bowed. Even the enforcers holding Jax released him to kneel. Jax stared, transfixed. In lupine mythology, the Luna was the first wolf, the mother of their species blessed by the moon itself. They were supposed to be extinct, lost to time and war. Yet here one stood, born from human and lupine genetics combined. Zara's wolf form turned, surveying the assembly. When her silver eyes found Jax, recognition flared. She padded toward him, her massive paws silent on the metal floor. Jax didn't kneel. He couldn't. Instead, he reached out, his hand trembling as it touched her luminous fur. Zara? The wolf's eyes softened. In his mind, he heard her voice clear as a bell. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know what I was. The hybrid program, Vex said, his voice filled with awe. The rumors were true. Humanity and lupines created the Luna again. Zara shifted back, the transformation elegant and painless this time. She stood before them, no longer bound, her dark hair now streaked with white. I was raised human. They told me my parents died in the colony wars. I didn't know I was this. You are our salvation, Vex said, still kneeling. Luna can unite both species. Humanity and lupines have been at war for generations, but if we share blood, share heritage. He looked up at her. You are proof that we are not so different. Jax moved to stand beside Zara, his hand finding hers. The question is, what do we do now? Zara looked around the chamber at the hundreds of lupines bowing before her, at the vast window showing the stars beyond. New Terra awaited, a world where both species would need to coexist. We stop running, she said quietly. We stop hiding, and we teach both humans and lupines that we're stronger together than apart. Vex rose, nodding slowly. Then New Terra will be a new beginning, for all of us. As the assembly began to disperse, Jax squeezed Zara's hand. You know this makes you incredibly important, right? Also incredibly dangerous, she smiled, a hint of white wolf gleaming in her eyes. Good thing I have you to keep me grounded. Always, he promised. Outside the viewport, New Terra glowed in the distance, a blue-green jewel waiting to be their home. Together, human and lupine, they would make it work. They had to. The Luna had returned, and with her, hope.